Hey guys, what's up? So a lot happened in this week's chapter of Berserk, chapter 361, and let's dive into it, right? So first off, we see Guts and Skull Knight. They met up again, and they had this cryptic dialogue that they always do, where Skull Knight talks in a cryptic manner, and Guts acknowledges that he's a creepy old man, and they just go their merry ways, right? But pretty much, Guts talked about how he was able to get everything done, but we all know that's not the case. He is hiding the pain that he's feeling with the fact that Casca cannot interact with him. And Skull Knight was like, hey, don't let your guard falter, because causality has yet to converge. That means the point at which things can be changed and significant events that could happen has not yet happened. So everything is going according to plan, which is scary because what does he mean, right? For the longest while we've been here trying to wonder, hey, what you know what's going to happen, but tell us. But why can't he tell us all these things, right? It's really cryptic and it's annoying, but hey, whatever. So from here we saw that Skull Knight was confirmed to be in a majesty, because this old wizard came and was speaking to them, and he referred to his Skull Knight as Your Majesty. And Guts was like, what, Your Majesty? He's like, and the thing is, Skull Knight has been alive for so long, right? He's like, I recognize your face. And Guts was like, pretty much like, how old are you, right? And like, obviously that question doesn't get answered. Again, the mysteries of Berserk. But it was still a nice confirmation nevertheless, because we all suspected that Skull Knight was tied to royalty in some way, shape, or form. Again, this is not a theory video. I'm not going to go into theories, but this was a nice confirmation. I'll make a video on theories after. But going forward, we saw that they should go meet the dwarf Hanar, right? Hanarr. The reason being because he was the one who tailored the armor of, well, Guts and as well as the Skull Knight. So this is very interesting because we heard about the dwarves and stuff before, and now some of the things we thought could happen. Again, this is not a theory video, but like the fact that Guts could possibly get upgraded and stuff is coming to pass. So moving further, we saw that Shirake is having a little bit of problems trying to learn how to fly, because she's been so accustomed to fighting and stuff that flying was not on her lesson plan, because staying alive was more important, right? So she learned about the astral plane and everything, but not flying. That's really interesting. It's kind of like Dragon Ball Z with Goten, right? Could fire a ki blast but can't fly. Anyways, this nice witch came, and a Morda, right? I like Morda, first off. I like her art style. But anyways, moving along and keep it not pervy. She came to Shirake's aid to show her how to fly, right? Everybody's like, wow, Morda. And she came to help and stuff. But later on we find out that Morda is not really someone who's very nosy or likes to get into other people's ways and stuff. What I mean is, like, she's very antisocial, I should say. Actually, that's a better thing to say. She's antisocial, but something about Shirake and her group, entices her to kind of come into it and talk to them and everything. But anyway, she really wanted to also follow Guts and the Skull Knight, right, and the old wizard to see what's up. And it's really interesting, right, because she's talking about Shirake with brooms and everything, and they're tailing Guts and the group. And we see that where they're going is like they're going to where the island's Alcasa. This was very interesting to see, because now we know that Guts has access to a possible army later on in the fight against Griffith, because we saw that there were Wicker Men and also like magical beings down there and spirits. And later on in the series, if things got dark, Guts has a realistic army he could use to fight against the forces of evil, because if we look at the village earlier with all the younger witches and everything, they seem like they are very inexperienced when it comes to the fighting and going through the astral realm to court spirits to use magic or powerful magics to aid them in battle and everything. So it's just a lot of foreshadowing that's happening in this chapter. So we finally see that Guts and the crew met up to Hanar the legendary dwarf blacksmith. And his stance reminds Guts of Godot, right? Godot. Because, both of them look similar. But again, this is significant because Guts hasn't had his armor looked at all. Actually, Berserker armor, I mean, it hasn't really been smithed or repaired or anything. So Skull Knight and Guts, they are both due for some major repairs. And we heard that, again, this legendary dwarven blacksmith made Skull Knight's armor. And Skull Knight, gives credit to the fact that the armor was so good that it protected his life many times. And it calls into questions Skull Knight's mortality. But needless to say, let's go back into the story, right? We see that Hanar, he inspects Guts' armor, and he was like, well, let's have it then. And he hammers the armor, which then activates this mode that we haven't seen in a long time. Now, something significant here, right? We see that Shurike and the new witch are in the background of this chapter, which tells me that it's very possible that we shall see the interactions of Shurike, Guts, and the armor, because that would be a significant event that could show how they all intertwine. And what I mean by this, how Shurike is able to allow Guts the ability to control the armor. The armor is literally being activated right now, and Guts loses control, as we know. But this could give them some insight as to how to allow Guts to master the armor. And again, this is all theory and speculation. I'm not going to do that too heavily. It's just a review, but it's just everything. It's lined up perfectly to allow us as the readers to see how they could fix the situation for Guts to make him stronger going forward to fight against Griffith and his forces. I thought this chapter was brilliant. The cliffhanger is top notch, and what we may see in the future is just epic storytelling, because again, Guts has a reason to go back to the world. He cannot interact with Casca completely, right? Skull Knight most likely will see that. Hopefully we get some more background as to what's happening with Skull Knight. We might even get to see his face if he has to take off his armor to repair it after Guts' little introduction to his ode or his demon dog side. And everything is so cool because we're going to actually see what happens when Guts goes into full Berserker mode with people who are able to control him or quell him, right? We might even have some interaction with Guts' dark side, right? We might actually get some words from the demon dog spoken where other people could hear it and not just Guts in his head. This is so exciting, right? So I know this is a kind of long video, but you guys please tell me what you think and comment below. What do you guys think about this month's chapter or this year's chapter of Berserk so far? And I think that Miura is building up for something epic. I think we're going to get a big war coming. I'm still curious about the time skip, and I'm curious about the upgrades we're going to see on Guts. Is the Dragon Slayer going to get upgraded? Is Skull Knight going to get new armor? Is Guts and Skull Knight going to get some type of new weapon together that they could both activate? And another thing now is I was thinking about things like fusion and stuff. Is it possible for Skull Knight's armor to be done on top of Guts' armor and vice versa? It's just a lot of cool things that could happen. So yeah, but anyways, biggest thing is Guts is about to go into Berserker mode. Let's see what happens next, right? Comment below, let me know, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm very excited for the future of Berserk. I want to live. Coronavirus, please don't kill me. Thank you.